This vlog is called The Breakup. So, me and my ex-boyfriend slash baby daddy met in high school. We met through mutual friends. His best friend was dating my best friend, and from there, you know how that works. You know, everybody started to become friends. And so that was when I was like around 15. That's when we met. And we started dating when I was like 16. Yeah. So we started dating. I would say that was like towards the end of my 10th grade year, beginning of my 11th grade year. So pretty much half of high school, all through college, we dated, you know, on and off. You know, we had our offs, but mainly we were on. And, you know, we were just growing up together. We were like figuring life out. And, you know, as life changes, you change, and stuff happening in life changes you, stress and all that. And through all that, like, I think the longest break we took probably was for maybe 3 months, maybe. But other than that, and we were still in communication with each other during that time. So like, we've been in each other's lives pretty steady, I would say, since I was 15. So I just wanted to make sure I was giving background on the relationship so you guys can really understand how big of a deal this was to me. Okay, so on this day of the breakup, there were certain planets that were in conjunction. And I'm going to list it once I actually go do research and figure out which planets. Because if you're into astrology or whatever, maybe you can, like, you know, go deeper and maybe explaining to me what was actually supposed to be happening this day. Because a lot happened to me this day. So I worked from home. So I'm working from home. I would chill at his house like all the time. That was like my second home. And he had to get up in the morning and physically go to work. So in waking up this morning, something was just like, go on his old phone and search this name. Now, a couple red flags that I've seen leading up to this that kind of made me always go look at this old phone. Once he got a new phone, he never really kept his old phone like around for use. So that was something that kind of struck me. Then there was an app that kept appearing and disappearing on his phone. And that's for this person, that's odd, because they never deleted apps. They always kept apps on their phone. They had tons of apps on their phone, but this one app that this person so happened saw that I was asking questions about stuff that I would see, because he knew I would go through his phone. It wasn't like a mystery. So, of course, if you're trying to hide the evidence, you're going to get rid of the app. But that's just, if you know somebody's patterns, you know somebody's behavior, that's like a huge red flag. Like, you know, a change in somebody's behavior should always be a red flag. And that doesn't always mean that they're doing something like behind your back, cheating on you. It may just mean like they're going through something in life, and like you may want to sit and talk to them about it. But this was cheating. So this was cheating. So, back to the story. I was getting off course. So after he left, I got up for work, and at this point in the relationship, I was searching stuff often, and this is just so toxic. Like, I'm never gonna, if I ever feel this way again with anybody, I'm just gonna cut it off, because it's like anxiety on 1,000. You're just like so paranoid, and you're just like, oh my God, like I just keep having these feelings, and you know, you keep questioning your intuition. And now I know, don't ever question your intuition. Don't ever question it. You might want to sit with it a little bit, try to find some reason in it, but don't ever question it. If you are getting that feeling down in the pit of your stomach that something ain't right, something ain't right. Okay, so there was a name that was popping up and that I have heard of that at this point I just didn't feel good about. So I go on his old phone, and instead of going in the text messages searching the name, ladies, let me put you on game, and gentlemen as well. I went to the general search on a whole phone and searched the name. Yes, shout out to iPhone. You can go to the, like, you know, swipe, the search comes up, and you can just search whatever words, names, whatever you want. And whatever is in that phone with that name or whatever is going to come up. So I searched the name, and I'm not even going to go into detail about exactly what I saw, but let's just say I saw pure evidence that I was being cheated on. And my heart dropped to the pit of my stomach. And I didn't even cry when I first saw it. I was just like in disbelief, because I had to make sure what I was seeing was what I was seeing and who I was seeing. Because I was just like, did you really cheat on me? And did you really cheat on me so boldly to the point that you recorded yourself doing it? I was sick. I was sick. I was sick. I never, because people would ask, did you ever get with anybody else like while you guys were together? And this means intimate, like intimately get with anybody else while we were together. And no, I never intimately got with anybody else while we were together. That just wasn't me. Like, if I feel like I'm gonna get to that point, I'm just gonna break it off. So leading up to this point, I had already had feelings that something was wrong. Like, you could just feel the energy between you and somebody, and it just was like, in a relationship over the years, like, wasn't getting better. And I kept questioning, am I doing something wrong? Like, is there something like I can do to try to fix it? There's something we can do to try to fix it. And that is the wrong mentality to have, because if something is meant for you, and we all have heard it, but for real, like, if something is meant for you, it will come back to you, and it will fill your cup. It will give you peace. It will give you love. It will allow you to grow. And if it's not doing that for you no more, end it. And for me, I'm just not a person to just end something. Like, I have to do it in my way because I have an issue with controlling, and I'm working on that. I'm really working on that. After everything that's happened in my life, I am learning to let go and go with the flow, because life has set my ass down and showed me that there's nothing you can do to control this. Yes, you can make decisions. And like I said in my previous episode, there's nothing you can do to control it. And all of this stuff unfolded in front of me was just telling me, girl, you better stop trying to control life. You better stop. And everybody could just say, dang, girl, like, when you feel like something that wasn't right, you could have just left. But y'all know it's not that easy. And the more time you have invested in something, the more attached you are to it. So when people on social media post this dumb stuff about if something's not serving you, like, just leave it. Like, y'all know when y'all managers start getting on y'all nerves, y'all don't just quit. Y'all know when one of y'all friends start irritating y'all a little bit, y'all don't just completely stop being friends with them. Well, some people do, but some people don't. Y'all know when a family member start getting on your nerves, you don't just excommunicate them out of your life and say they're not your family. So spending all those years with somebody and just turning the switch off is so hard. I saw myself marrying this person. I saw myself having this person's children. So this was life-changing for me in so many ways. And I'm like, wow, holidays, coming, Christmas around the corner, New Year's around the corner. What a way to end the year. What a way to end the year. And this is just too long to put into one vlog, but stay tuned, because we're gonna do a part 2. All in all, this is all about growth and transparency. I am grateful that I went through everything that I went through in that relationship, because even though I was still dating the same person, I feel like I still learned the same lessons that other people learned while dating, going through different people. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about being a woman. I learned a lot about communicating with a man and, like, understanding men better. Mind you, I'm still working on all this stuff too, but I learned a lot because I didn't realize, even though, I'm breaking up with this person for cheating on me, I was able to look in the mirror and look at certain things that I even did to kind of be like, oh, wow. Like, y'all know when y'all in a relationship, sometimes it's tunnel vision, or sometimes you don't really take time to reflect like you need to. And I would advise everybody, if you're in a relationship, like take time, maybe once a month or every couple of weeks, to kind of do like a reflection and like write stuff down, and like you two just get together and like go over things, so you're able to like really acknowledge the growth and be transparent about what you need to work on, so it doesn't get to a point where stuff gets bad and you're like, how did it get here? Well, all this stuff just kept happening and piling up, and you guys didn't really sit to acknowledge any of it. All relationships are work. And so in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, no relationship's perfect, but like, no, like some stuff you just need to let go. And if you feel like you want to go back to it, or if you feel like it's worth saving, let it go and then see what happens. Because trying to hold on to something, you're not allowing things to flow like they need to. You're trying to control. And that is exactly what happened to me. I was never able to completely let go, even when we were like off in a relationship. Like in my mind, I was like, I don't know where he think he going, but he not going nowhere. And I could never come with grips of him not being in my life. And I think that was a problem. So life showed me. They said, oh, we gonna show you how to let go. We gonna show you how to let go of that man, boy. I met him when he was a boy, turned into a man, whatever.